Okay, looking at the board now, if you ever have to run it from the board itself, you'll find that first thing that shows up is a little sign that says the network's been joined and everything's good. If you're running from the iPad, you don't even have to get out of that screen. You can just leave it because you'll be running everything on the iPad. What happens with the board is two parts. One, you have a knob that can turn up and down, and the other is you pick what you want. You pick the channel. For example, right now I am...
Can you use your finger?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
You can use your finger too. You don't have to use a stylus pen. Right now I am on the podium channel. If you look at the top there, they're labeled. And you'll see the green going up and down. As long as you've got some green, you're good. Now, you would highlight the channel and then use this thing right here, little turn knob, and that raises and lowers the volume. It's very simple. You have several screens at the very top. The first screen are your inputs 1 through 8, and if you notice I have a lot of things muted right now. I could even mute this channel here. Now I'm muted, and you'll notice there's a difference. Okay, I'm back on, I'm back in the system. At the top, you have different screens that you pick out. The first one, it says inputs 1 through 8. These are your inputs, they're all labeled at the top what they are. For example, the Cantor is on number 1, wireless handheld is on number 2, podium on number 3, etc. The next screen over is stereo. These are your stereo ins. Right now, this is a CD channel. I'm going to relabel that. And next to that is an iPod channel. And then you can mute it, or you can unmute it. You can raise it up or lower it down. Okay. Next you have your effects, which is your reverbs, your delays, and all that type of stuff. The way your system is set up, you have vocal reverb and vocal delay, and then a guitar reverb. Individual channels, just like plumbing, are wired into this. So they feed through this, and then they'll come back and give you that sound. And later on, we'll mess around with that. Finally, you have auxiliary masters. One is labeled the hall, and that is the send to the hall out there. You can make it louder or softer just by raising or lowering this. Or you can totally get rid of it, you can mute it, or you can bring it completely down. Either way, that will kill the sound out in the hall. So that's it for running this particular part of the system. You can raise or lower your volumes. You go back to inputs. Make sure that they're unmuted. For example, the Cantor, you want to raise the volume, you press on that, grab the wheel, or you could just with your finger, you could slide it. The wheel's a little bit cleaner and easier to use, I prefer, but either way would be fine. But these mute buttons, you just got to remember that. That's where you're going to get into a problem. But this is if you're running it from the board itself. Now I'm going to show you how to run it from the iPad.